Today we're going to talk about what days you get off during basic training in 2021, but without further ado, let's get to it. What is up, guys? Ben Allen back again with another video, and like I just said, we're going to be talking about what days off, if any, you get during basic training in 2021, right? But before we jump into the meat and potatoes of this video, for those of you that are new here to the channel, you've never seen anything I posted before, my name is Ben Allen. I did 4 years in the active duty Army as a 68 Whiskey. I got out as a sergeant in September 2019, did the whole civilian thing for about a couple of months, and was like, hey, you know what, I miss the military, but not the active duty lifestyle, so let's try the reserves. I've been in the reserves now for about a year and some change, so I have that reserve knowledge and that active duty knowledge. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, feel free to hit me up either in the comment section down below, or even better, the best possible place to reach me is my Instagram at Ben_Allen175. Drop a follow, send me your question, and I'll try to respond to you. I usually respond to everybody in a timely manner. And yeah, guys, and last but not least, be sure to like this video if you're getting ready to ship out to basic training, or if you just went to basic training, comment down below how much actual free time you guys got during your time at basic training, all right? And also, subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, guys, you haven't done it yet, it takes 2 seconds, so show that support, show that love. It greatly helps out the channel. We're trying to hit 30K in like the next 2 months, so I know you guys can help me out. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Now let's go ahead and jump into the video, right? So, days off in basic training. This is one of the questions that I'm sure every military YouTuber gets, right? It's like, oh yeah, hey, like how many days off do you get at basic training? Like, when do we get to chill? When do we get to relax? And the answer is every single day. No, I'm playing. That's not true. It's usually gonna be on Sunday, guys. Typically Monday through Saturday, you're going to be doing some sort of, you know, like regimented training that they have scheduled for you already, whether you're in yellow phase, red phase, white phase, or blue phase, which I've already made a video about talking about each phase and what you're going to be doing in those phases. But you're going to be doing something that's like already scheduled, like, hey, you know, 05, wake up, you know, PT, you know, classroom time, yada yada yada, from like 05 to like 8 maybe when you start your drill sergeant time. You're gonna be doing something Monday through Saturday. Now Sunday is that kind of little sweet spot, right? It's still filled with things you're gonna be doing, but there's ways around it, kind of. If you look at it that way, right? So typically, and this is from experience, this is like what I've seen people do, and honestly what I've done myself as well. You have religious services on Sunday, right? They have a variety for whatever your religion may be. They do have some sort of service. It might be changed a little bit right now because of the whole COVID-19 situation, right? But I have heard, you know, from soldiers that have messaged me saying that, like, oh no, they just bring like whatever religious figure that's going to be speaking to like an area close to like either your battalion area or the company area. So don't fret, that's still cool. And usually the way it does go is you take a bus or some sort of transportation to whatever religious facility that your religious service is going to be held at, right? So I was like, all right, cool. I'm not all that religious, right? I believe in God, but I really don't have a set religion that I'm like into. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna see what it's about. And we get to this religious service, right? And they do have some like drill sergeants roaming around the area. They're just kind of like babysitting, I guess you could say. But this is where a lot of people take advantage to like catch up on some like extra sleep. Do this at your own risk, because if you get caught, not gonna be a good time. But a lot of people do take that opportunity to just like, you know, like, oh, let us pray. It's like, you know, get a little power nap in, right? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's also times that you don't have to be back at the barracks, right? If you're back at the barracks or the bay, whatever you guys want to call it, chances are you're gonna be doing some sort of barracks maintenance, weapons maintenance, or catching up on letters. The way they let us do it is if, you know, during the religious service times, it was like, all right, hey, cool, these guys are at religious services, you guys aren't, you know, let's do some cleaning around here, take the trash out, sweep them up, whatever, cool. Once you're done with that, you guys can catch up on writing letters to your family, you can do this, you can do that, just don't leave the bay pretty much, right? For me personally, I had a buddy from like my high school. We were at basic training together, just in different like companies. So he was in white phase, I was in red phase still, but I would take out the trash on Sundays. We go to the trash can, just dump it up, catch up, be like, yo, what's it like? What's up, dude? How's it going? Obviously we had a battle buddy with us from our own respective platoons, so just always have a battle buddy because they harp on that at basic training. We went back to the bay, just catching up on letters. Religious people got back, you know, it was like, all right, cool, everybody's back. It's like, what, maybe like 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock at this point, and the drill sergeants are like, all right, cool, you guys got your free time, you guys went to religious services, let's do some like training or something. We'll do like some like light training in the bay, or they'll just like come up with something for us to do. That way it's not a completely free day. This depends on your drill sergeants as well. Some drill sergeants usually just take Sundays to catch up on work. They're like, all right, cool, we got a lot of paperwork to do, we got some admin stuff to do, like, y'all, like, they'll tell the PG or the APG, like, hey, like, go over like a small little class in the bay with them or something. But typically, as far as I remember, Sundays we were just in PTs the whole day, if I remember correctly. Unless like for breakfast chow we had to be in uniform. But other than that, it was like kind of like a catch-up day. People were doing their laundry, people were sending letters, we were in PTs up until like 2:30, maybe 3. Then you do some classes, right? Drill sergeants, again, depending on the drill sergeants, is how much free time you're gonna get, right? I know nowadays, like I went through in 2015, I know nowadays, you know, some drill sergeants are giving their phones out like every Sunday or something, or every other Sunday. So that's something you guys could potentially be looking forward to. I wouldn't hold your breath on it. Again, it's a case-by-case basis. If the commander allows it, cool. If your drill sergeants allow it, cool. But don't get your hopes up for phones on Sundays. I know that's a big question that I also get, like, hey, when do we get our phones? But overall, guys, that's pretty much how it goes down. Monday through Friday, or Monday through Saturday, I should say, you're doing some sort of training. You're in your uniform, you're in your kit, you're doing PT, you're doing all this stuff, right? Sundays is where it gets a little relaxed. You may do PT in the morning. Again, just depends. Drill sergeant's gonna be catching up, doing admin, taking care of stuff they need to take care of, planning training for the future weeks. And you guys are gonna be either at religious services, catching up on some Z's, or actually, you know, praying, having a good time. Honestly, it was pretty lit, bro. Like the religious services, I went to one. There's like the only form of music we had. They're playing some like dope ass, like, you know, Christian Catholic music or whatever. And I'm like, yo, this shit's bumping. And you're like, yeah, like, let's go, praise Jesus and all that stuff, right? But it was just a nice little getaway from the monotony that is basic training. So I highly recommend, if you have nothing better to do, even if you're not all that religious and you don't want to be stuck in the bay, like just writing letters or cleaning and just being in, you know, view of the drill sergeants to where they can be making you do other things, go to religious services, have fun, take a load off, and just relax. You know, go pray, go listen to some music, even if it is like, you know, Christian, Catholic, churchy music. Like, cool, it's still banging to me anyway. At least that's what I thought. But it's gonna be fine. Don't go hold your breath for your phones again, because chances are it may or may not happen, but you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. That's pretty much it, guys. Like, that is the video. Like, I just wanted to come on here, talk to you guys about, you know, like, hey, like, basic training, it is training, but it's not like every single day. You will get like little smidgens of, like, you know, relaxed periods here and there as you progress through basic training as well, right? Yellow phase is gonna be really, really boring. You're doing quarantining, you're doing classroom stuff, getting it all out of the way. It's whatever, deal with it. It'll be over before you know it. And then you go on to red phase. This is where it really kind of kicks up. Drill sergeants are in your face. You know, they're making sure you're being transformed from a soldier into civilian. And then, you know, white phase, they kind of let up a little bit, right? Because you're like, oh, you know, hey, they've been through red phase. They know the standards. They're disciplined. But let's continue to instill that discipline. You know what I mean? As the weekends progress, as the days get longer, you're given a little more freedom in white phase, right? But now you go to blue phase and you're almost ready to graduate, and they're like, hey, you know what? They've been doing good. Let's go ahead and give them a little more freedom. Let's start let them take a little more charge. Let's let the PG, APG start handling things. So the drill sergeants kind of take a back seat. They're watching you guys. But the minute you guys mess up, they're gonna take that freedom away. They're gonna give you as much freedom as you can handle. But the minute you mess up, they're taking it away. It's back to, you know, doing stuff on Sundays, no phones, dephased, getting smoked, all that stuff, just to reinstill the discipline that you guys got a little carried away with and started to forget as you went on through basic training. You got a little lackadaisical. But keep that in mind, guys. That's basic training in a nutshell, and on the days off you're going to be getting, if any. Don't quote me on any of this because it is subject to your drill sergeants, company commander, and such. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like it. Liking really helps us, guys. Even if you didn't like it, hit the thumbs up. It helps this video get pushed out to more people. That way, people that are getting ready to join basic training with the Army, the military, any branch, whatever it may be, are able to see this type of info and get a better understanding and idea for what type of training they're going to be doing. Again, if you're new here, you're not subscribed, usually it's like 80% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. So I know some of you watching this are not. It takes 2 seconds, maybe even 1 second, to hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so you'll be updated whenever I go live or post a new video, which is typically on Fridays is a new video, Wednesdays is a live stream, and Monday is a short 60-second video with tips, tricks, and hacks to prepare you for the military, pretty much. But thank you all so much for tuning in. I'll put some videos here on the screen talking about the shark attack, first 100 yards, yellow phase, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram at Ben_Allen175, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.